think, I'm working from memory, it was $23,000 for 21 areas.
33.7,
How much?
33.7. And it was, I believe they had 21 photos. So obviously 21 areas.
And the caveat that they put in the proposal was, of course, when they get in there, okay, so 15 areas per photo, 123 equivalent units by size, area lift areas, linear cracks, ceiling areas, joints, linear feet, apartment access 2. Added cost for high soffit, $280 per foot due to lift, and they're renting a lift for 1 month, $33,731. From what I've seen, if we don't get in there and close up the exposed area of rebar, we have risk of it rotting out and then becoming structural. Right now, they're calling it cosmetic in nature, and I've personally seen some of the areas. One of them, I think, is a breach and questionable by our exterminators, that we have a opportunity for rodents to enter into that area, that they will no doubtedly close up and fix. So that's what I know about this bid. It does not require a permit because it is cosmetic in nature, and it is under the required amount square footage wise. Conversations or questions on the proposal?
No?
Again, just to remind. Okay, so just to remind folks, the amount of money that we have in reserves, it's building exterior restoration is 113,000. This is 33,000. Other items for restoration for consideration would be painting and stuccoing and basically pressure washing and cleaning. Which I think that it leaves sufficient money in there for us to proceed with that work as well. Any other conversation, questions?
I second that motion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All in
We need to
favor?
get that done.
Aye.
I just have a quick question, Maureen.
I'm sorry, I didn't open it to the floor before the
Hold
vote.
on one second.
My-
We have someone here talking. No, go ahead. That's
My,
what-
yeah, my,
The time frame for that concrete.
The time frame for the concrete
Just curious.
repairs? Maureen, do you have a preferred time frame on that?
I do not. It's something that would have to be scheduled and coordinated.
3 months?
I would say within 3 months, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah? Tony, did you have a?
I did. Maureen, could you just give an example, one or two, of what is the problem and where is it located? Because you just kind of briefly.
Yeah, sure. We could-
Just an
yeah, we
example. So I kind of, because
Yeah, yeah.
the building was inspected a few years ago by Don Arpin,
yeah.
so I'm
Yep.
curious.
Yep. So there's a buckling area of the concrete outside of the Devon building. If you look up towards the laundry room,
Yep.
you can see a little bit of buckling. If you're entering the Devon building from where the elevators are, if you look to your left, there's a soffit that comes down, and there's a little bit of concrete at the bottom of that soffit that's exposed where workers can go in.
Yep.
If you look in the connection between the Chase building and the Bristol building, and the corner seam at the very top, if you're out in the meadow and you look up, there's it's more dirt than anything else, but the dirt is settling in a crack on
Yeah.
the concrete.
It's the expansion joint,
here's-
yes?
Yes, there is, I
I got it.
can't remember.
I got
I think
it.
there is, yeah, so it's minor.
They're minor,
in
okay,
general,
yeah. Because I noticed
yeah,
at
just,
Bristol, I could tell you, I noticed at Bristol where the arch, there's the arch and then there's the next pieces that come in. I see it's buckling again. So that's why I asked. So that's the kind of stuff it is. It's nothing really major. It's just stuff that needs
Correct.
attention. Got it.
Yep. So we'll have to get the contract in, make sure we review the fine print. Dennis will review it from a legal perspective, make sure before I put my wet signature on it, where, we've got all the I's dotted and T's crossed, and, details all figured out, and then we'll proceed with that contract. Okay, so I don't think my flight boards for another 10 minutes, Yvonne, but if I happen to be called away, I think what we have remaining on the agenda is termites, rodent proposal, parking rules, and boat and trailer removal. So if I happen to go on mute or drop off, if you wouldn't mind taking over facilitation and closure of the meeting, if I happen to, leave. Next on the
Yes, but
agenda
you had
is,
added- One thing I don't know, if you would help me on that, the boat trailer removal, I know that it was in the condo docs that those 4 spots were allowed. Was there an amendment later that I couldn't find about that?
there was an email with parking rules that was sent out. I think it was 2019, and those rules would have to be modified or updated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had found them.
No, I have the parking rules.
Is there something specific in those rules on 2019? I think what I'm remembering is
You
2019.
you added that to the agenda. What did you want to discuss about that?
You're talking about boat and trailer removal? I wanted to revisit the parking rules.
No, just the trailer removal. Yeah.
But there's something in our parking rules that allow 3 spots for boat trailers. And so if the board is going to change that, then we need to pull up those parking
Okay.
rules that were previous board.
I have them
motion
here.
to change that. Okay, yeah, that's what
Yeah,
that
I
agenda
have that
item is.
here. There's 4 spots. Okay. All right. I didn't know you wanted to vote on that. Okay.
Yeah, I make a
Yeah.
motion, we get rid of them.
I make a motion to give them.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a problem with the 4 trailers spots that currently exist. I do not see it.
Two of the problems we're having right now is that when we have the flooding, people have to go through the deep water in order to get through. 2, somebody's already hit the trailers and she doesn't move anymore. 3, they're backed up over top the back of the curb and up into the new plants that we took in and spent money for, and it's killing them.
Well,
Also, wait a minute, go ahead. Okay, also, we just gave a check to a company to put the pile in. They're gonna have to take and get those boats out of there and get the paddle boards and kayaks off of the walkway. We can do the work. So if that's the case, they're gonna have to get those trailers, load the boats and get them out of here and re-register when we come back in. It's gonna take a while.
So, okay, so we have a motion on the floor to modify, I want to make sure what we're motioning, Frank. You're motioning to modify the parking rules to remove the ability for folks to park boat trailers in those parking spots, right? Okay, and I think the rules.
We're motioning on the board only right now. We'll take the
Yvonne, can you-
information. Yes.
Can you please read the rule to me that was in the date that the
Yeah.
board approved that?
This was 2019. Boat trailer storage, Heather Hall, the board has agreed that 4 parking spaces may be used exclusively as an easement for River Shores boat owner trailer parking and is not to interfere with the community standards of aesthetics. The attorney has provided an opinion on this matter. That's all I have with me.
Okay, so question to Dennis. Dennis, if the previous board approved these parking rules, do we have an issue with changing that?
We can,
I mean,
It's on the rules and regulations.
Yes,
It's up to the board.
we can change it just like any board, it can be changed. My question is that now we're about these people needing to use the trailers to get these boats out of the water. So that was to do this. It seems like
It's not our problem.
well, sadly, these people we advertise, the people, where we have a boat, been around,
Recording stopped.
we don't have to say nobody can park because people are parking improperly. We say parked improperly, so therefore you have violated what you're allowed to do. There's two entirely different things.
Recording in progress.
We can move the trailer to the forward if the problem is that.
But then you're out there in traffic.
Our trailer is 30 foot. It's not,
Not the big one that's out there.
oh, the big one is not mine, and I don't think the big one belongs to anybody here, actually, because
No, the big one belongs to somebody, we know who that one is.
It seems to me that what we have a problem with here is not the fact that trailers are on our property. The problem is that they're not properly on our property within our agreements. And before I would go and do away with an amenity, that I would like to see if we can't deal with it effectively ahead of time. And there's
I'm seconding what you were saying. I am looking at purchasing a boat. I know a lot of people in the boat community, they do partnership with families all the time. It's a big of boat talking to slip, the trip. It doesn't before, it's a big draw. It's hard for a situation like this where you're repairing a piling and it's gonna be out for a couple months. You need to load up. There's no other way. So now the boats come out from the water for anything really, hurricane reasons, now, not and that, it's a lot of boats that are using property just for that.
And then now, that was why I was reluctant to drastically make that kind of change when perhaps have within our current now policies of what is to inspect where these trailers are and issue some fines if they're not doing the right thing. They're killing bushes or they're not part of the committee. Am I wrong?
No, you're correct.
So at this point, I cannot vote in favor of changing the parking.
Here's another thing to think about, is that where they're parked traffic.
They're parking,
I know that.
it's,
In front of my house.
yeah, but they're
Yeah.
parking the lane.
I know. But nobody parking there, but those.
Well, what parking is getting, traffic is getting, it's the same as if you park the people van there. It's gonna be the same traffic, the people van.
But there's nobody parked there.
I have a
Did anybody park so that when there's people with gas and people using the club here, park over there on the 12.
So
It's temporary parking, really.
it's not temporary parking. It's a guest place that's dedicated to them. So your business, those trailers from the trailers the trucks traffic. So that would mean that those should have never been assigned designated parking spaces for anything. Well, if that's the case, then you have to go all the way back and traffic plan. Not. Let me finish my comment to you. Your argument is that because that no one would be there but for those trailers, and when someone is there, that they would be. I'm sorry, that argument just has no that hot.
The people that use that temporarily using it, that's it. It's not they're sitting there 24 hours, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days a year.
So just to make sure I understand your argument. Your argument is that from time to time you're willing to put up with this traffic problem, but not all the time.
Because temporary.
So, but I'm not conceding it's a traffic problem at all, because if it's a traffic problem at all, then we need to have the parking lot redesigned.
They're killing the gas.
Okay, killing plants is not a traffic problem, that's another,
The same thing.
no, it's not a traffic problem, a traffic problem, killing the plants is not parked properly, which can be taken care of every year.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I have a suggestion only because I know that we have to remove the boat piling issues, correct?
Right.
We're going to be redoing the pilings.
Right,
How long would you say that take?
I don't know.
It's probably almost a year for 11 of them, right?
Well, we got more than 11 now.
Oh, it's more than 11?
Hey, Ron, I got something to
Okay,
say
so-
in a minute.
Yes. Want me to have now or you want me to finish?
Yeah, no, I think that what we're talking about is a vote for changing the parking regulations to designate those 4 spots for boat trailers, right? That's what we're asking about.
I understand
Do you
that.
want to change it?
But
And
people are
everybody-
going to have to move their boat anyway.
I understand that. That's a,
Use trailers to move the boats.
that's a
Even
secondary
if it's
issue.
temporary for now.
Yvonne, let me finish my thought. So the previous board designated those 4 spots for boat trailers. The question at hand is whether or not this current board wants to overturn that. We're hearing the arguments from both sides, right? We allowed it since, I think, what was the date of that email and those rules? 2019, right? So 7 years we've been allowing people to park their boats there, right? The boat trailers there. It's been fine for 7 years. I've gone by there. It's not impeding the line of traffic. I understand what people are talking about when it floods. That's a separate issue. I understand they just gardened back there. They did a beautiful job. But the fact of the matter is, it's an amenity that the previous board felt it was appropriate to let people who have boats store 4 trailers there. I'm opposed to changing and withdrawing and removing amenities. If we want to reconsider the location of them and change it for other reasons, that's fine. But I don't understand how you can take something away that you gave. If they move them and they don't come back, maybe they're grandfathered in, I don't know. But I personally don't think that it's appropriate to take away something that you've allowed for so long and then you're causing hardship on those individuals.
Okay, so Frank motion to move the 4 trailers. Dennis, motion to keep them. Maureen, you motion to keep them?
I motion to keep.
Accept?
Well, I mean, I think
Okay.
Frank made a motion. We need to hear Frank's motion.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We need to take a vote. So has anybody seconded
No, yeah,
Frank's motion?
Can we table?
We need to get this done.
I mean, I have not had a chance to even look at the situation with my own eyes yet.
Agreed.
But you can make a motion to
Make a motion table.
you.
I can second tabling it for, yeah. All in favor?
Motion to table passes.
Table.
I say something.
Yes, of course.
Some of those orders have expired light plates on them.
That's a whole other ballgame. That's a whole nother ballgame.
There's one trailer, we have no idea who belongs.
Wants to.
Okay.
It's
Two
been seconded.
trailers, we know who they belong to.
And we have provisions, I think, to deal with all of that, and we have unlicensed trailers can be towed away under our current rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The trailers be registered like all the cars are registered?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They need plate too.
Yeah, and the other thing too is we don't need the trailers there with boats on them sitting there.
And
Not with boats.
trailer.
Yeah, when they do the piling, where are they gonna put the pumps?
Don't know.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
All I know is we gotta get it worked out.
Yeah, that's what I feel, okay, now we covered it, but my overall commentary was, I feel like we have to deal with this already, we're just not doing it.
Let's
If we do, let's do it and see before we.
Brian, just saying that they should handle whoever's running into those plants and stop.
I'm going to send something out to